Good afternoon, welcome to the Vestacare Stadium. We are in Oldham. Well, I'm hoping for sunshine today, a little bit overcast at the moment, but it is nonetheless the start of the Betfred League One season. We cannot wait to see the Keighley Cougars in town here against Oldham Ruffians today. We'll hear from the two head coaches in a moment. Delighted to say, making his Our League debut is Callum Watkins, the Salford and England centre. Great to see you, Cal. How are you, first of all, and how's your recovery?
Yeah, thank you. It's great to be here. Yeah, the recovery's going really well. Pretty much fully training now, which is good, and just preparing to get back playing. So looking forward to, probably after Easter time where I can get back playing. So looking forward to it.
Well, it'll be great to see you back. What about today? I don't know how much League One you see, but it seems like it's been a very long pre-season for some of these players. Certainly they played in the Challenge Cup, and then they've had to wait, and then suddenly approaching Easter, it's the first game of the season. What would that have been like, and what are those pre-season months like for the players?
Yeah, it's a long time since they started the season. Obviously, it's going to be a difficult challenge for everybody to get back into playing. But it's been a long time for these boys. But surely they've been looking forward to playing. Obviously, they've had a few Challenge Cup games, which has helped them in terms of preparing for the season. But now the season's come now, and both teams are looking forward to playing.
And I know you've been chatting to a few of the players on your way round. Who are you looking forward to watching today? Who would you pick out from these two sides?
Well, I'm looking at both halves really. Martin Ridyard and obviously Scott Morrell. They're
two old-timers.
Yeah, two old-timers. The big keys to how the result will go today will probably lead through them. So I'm looking forward to seeing them two play. And young Ryan Wright, hooker for Oldham. Looking forward to seeing him play as well.
Both sides desperate to get off to a winning start. Let's hear next from the two head coaches. Stuart, great to see you. Give us a sense of how much you're looking forward to getting the season started now.
Oh, really excited. Obviously, I've just been speaking to Endo off camera, and it's been the longest pre-season I've ever been involved in. Obviously, we started a lot later in League One, and been looking forward to this day since starting at the club in October time. So it's a long time coming. Got an excited group of players in there, and obviously, hopefully, get a crowd on today. A nice day, and everybody's excited to see some rugby.
I don't really want to dwell on what happened last time we were here, but it was one of them, well, I was going to say one of them days, one of them nights where everything went wrong, both for you, the stadium with the lights going on and off, and that must have been something you fought hard to shake off and get back on track for today, the start of the season proper.
Yeah, it was a definite bad night out at the office. You're right, you bang on. Full credit to Lotley, like I said at the time, they come with it and did a job on us. A few things didn't go our way on the night, and my car broke down on the way home to top my night right off as well. But yeah, we've got to dust ourselves down, get back on the horse. We had a few pre-season friendlies since then, done a bit of, obviously in training contact with each other, and give us a chance to put some detail together to what we're doing and get right some processes really. Looking forward to today to seeing them structures and processes put into the game plan and put onto the pitch really, and see how we go against a quality outfit.
And what have you and Oldham talked about, both you and your players, which is your day-to-day involvement, but the kind of the hierarchy as well, about what you want to achieve this season?
Obviously, we want to be in the playoffs come the end of the year, and we know we've got to be in form come the playoffs. Everyone's pushing for the top spot. If you go at top spot, you go straight up. If not, you're in the playoffs, and we want to finish as high as we can in the league. Obviously, we have got aspirations to get out to this league, but I'd imagine a lot of clubs at this level will be saying the same thing to you now. It's going to be a battle of consistency over the year, and I think the team that shows that and can grab it straight away from the off is going to be the team that gets there first of all.
And a word on your opponents on Our League this afternoon, Keighley Cougars. You mentioned Andrew Henderson, head of rugby, with Reece Lovegrove running the troops. A lot's expected of Keighley, I think, this year.
Yeah, a lot of press about them. Obviously, Endo's gone in. He's a good friend of mine. He's head of rugby there, and Reece, they're a well-coached outfit. They've got some real experience in this league, so some experienced campaigners in there, and we know we have to be on our mettle today. The bookies don't generally get things wrong, and obviously they put a couple of teams above us. It's our battle to bridge that gap, and like I said, from day one we were starting with a scratch team from the off, and we give us chances and opportunity as a club to put a blank canvas and put our spin on things and recruit who we wanted. So there was a positive to the negative at not really having anyone in place, but we've had to bridge that gap on a few teams what have already got the key players in key positions already sorted out, and they know the structures what they're running with. But we like to think we're bridging that daily, and we like to think obviously we're ready to go today, and we're looking forward to how we go against these boys.
We're looking forward to watching it. Good luck today.
Thank you very much. Have a good day.
Hendo, here we are, start of a new season, and this is a bit weird because normally you're alongside me on camera looking forward to a game, and now I'm interviewing you as head of rugby at the Keighley Cougars. How excited are you to get cracking on the new League One season?
Oh, look, very, very excited. I know the players are chomping at the bit. It's been an incredibly long pre-season of what they're normally used to, but yeah, what it has allowed us is it's allowed us to work on certain areas of our game throughout that pre-season, both physically and also technically and tactically. So, but yeah, look, we're really ready for it to go. And look, it's going to be an exciting competition this year. It's a very, very competitive league. There's a lot of teams that are obviously going to be, there or thereabouts come the back end of the season that all got the same probably aspiration to earn promotion to the championship. There's 2 spots up there for grabs to earn that right to get promoted to the next division. And like I said, I reckon there's probably 6 or 7 teams that could potentially do that or achieve that.
Give us a sense of, I guess, the hard work and some of the challenges that goes into rugby at this level. You've come in, from Super League, from an assistant coach's role, and you've slotted into this. What are you seeing day to day? Yeah,
look, it's a different dynamic at League One. There's no doubt about it. There's certainly different challenges that you face with. There's different reasons why players probably can't commit naturally always their time to the training program and to the playing program, and they're things that you're going to have to navigate. Even for example today, the bus hasn't turned up on time for half team. That's a first. I've never seen that happen. Hasn't turned up on time, so the team's going to arrive slightly later. We've had a player on the way of travelling to the game. His partner's, there's been a personal family issue to deal with, so he's had to turn around and go back. So we're down a player again. But and again, there's other different reasons why we've only got so many players available today for selection. A variety of different reasons, but we've put out the strongest team that we could field for today, and we're confident that group of players can get the job done.
And what are you looking to achieve this season? There's a little bit of interest in Keighley. I don't know if it's just because you've gone in there alongside Reece, but there's a bit of expectancy, isn't there, about what you can achieve? Yeah,
I think there's a little bit of expectation because of the way the team finished the back end of last season. I thought the second half of the season, the Cougars really came to the fore and were a little bit unfortunate not to get to that grand final and have a chance. But like you said, there were some encouraging signs that second half of last season, and I think that's what's probably whetted the appetite for the fans and obviously the ownership and the management group at the club that there's something that can be achieved this year. But I think even as a group internally, we do believe we've got a really talented squad, and if we can play to our potential, and like you said, and be consistent in our actions, competing well each week, then we've got a genuine chance this year, as much as some of the other teams have.
And a word on the game today. What type of game do you think our league viewers will see? Well,
I think you're going to see a direct sort of approach. I think certainly from Oldham, we know that they're very, very direct in how they play their game. Like I said, it's a smaller pitch than you're normally accustomed to playing, so you can't really attack and try and play around teams. You're going to have to play that more direct approach. So certainly the kicking game will be important for both sides. You look at Oldham, they've got Martin Ridgard there, who's a fantastic kicker of the football, but we've got equally Scott Morrell and Jack Miller that can sort of turn teams around and put the balls in the right areas. So look, I think you're going to see a tough battle. I think it's going to be a close game, but I think it's going to be very much a forward-dominated, direct sort of a game from both teams.
I've got the England centre Callum Watkins making his Our League debut alongside me today, so if at any point you do get a little bit bored or a bit fidgety, you're more than welcome to come and join us.
Oh mate, I'm right at home there, don't worry about that. So if I'm there, mate. But all the best to you and Callum today, mate. I'll tell you another thing just to note for the viewers, it's great to see the Oldham owner Chris Hamilton, the chairman, back here today. Obviously he was taken ill recently, and there was some concern there, so I know there was a lot of well wishes from everyone, but I'm just really pleased to see that Chris is here today as well to enjoy the first game.
Good man, Hendo, good luck.
Thank you very much. Cheers.
Andrew Henderson, the Keighley Cougars head of rugby. Couldn't get a word out of him edgeways, as always. Beautiful setting, though, this afternoon. A little bit overcast, but considering what it was like, a month or so ago when we were here to see Oldham knocked out against Loch Lane in torrential thunderstorms. I think it was horizontal ice and hail and floodlight failure. We'll take this. We will certainly take this. And we're looking forward to the start of the Betfred League One season, live and exclusive this afternoon on Our League. Tell your mates, download the app for free, get yourself registered, and you can be watching live free rugby league this afternoon. Let's run you through the two sides. As both coaches alluded to, just a few late changes. They've had to juggle the pack, as you do at this level, but Oldham have their fullback Owen Restall. Then it's Tom Brearley Will Cook, Joe Hartley and Ben Hallcroft. All the experience of Martin Ridyard at 6. Callum Watkins saying how much he's looking forward to seeing him alongside Dave Hewitt in the halves today. Then it's Luke Nelms, Bradley Jinks and Dominic Newton up front, with James Thornton, Ethan Ferry and Emerson Whittle completing the 13. The bench for head coach Stuart Littler today is Ryan Wright, Tom Spencer, Jordan Andrade and Jack Coventry. Keighley Cougars, as Andrew Henderson, their head of rugby, was telling us, the coach didn't turn up, so they had to scramble transport over to Oldham, and then one of their players pulled out on the way to the game, which wasn't ideal. Spencer Darley saying he can't play, so they've had to rejig a little bit, and into the side comes Matthew Bailey, with Aidan Scully named on the bench. So Lewis Young is the fullback, then it's Mo Agoro, Nathan Roebuck, Charlie Graham and Alex Stevenson. The halves, Scotty Morrell, look out for him today. He's got all the experience of his opposite number, Martin Ridyard, and then Jack Miller alongside him. Then it's Bradley Ho, James Feather and Bailey Matthew coming into the starting 13. Aaron Levy, Brendan Santee and Kyle Keswick. The bench is Dalton Desmond Walker, Aidan Scully, Harvey Spencer, beg your pardon, and Rory Netler for the head coach, who is Reese Lovegrove, who was happy to leave Mr Henderson to complete media duties. The two sets of players making their way back into the sheds. Oldham Ruffians are already in there, and Keighley Cougars are making their way in. And we alluded to it, Callum Watkins, in the build-up to this. You just want to get going as a player, don't you? You've done your warm, now you're back in there. You just want it. You want that first contact. You want that first drive. You want that first carry.
Yeah, you're right. And it's been a long pre-season for these guys. And in between, obviously, they've had the Challenge Cup games, which has helped them in the process in preparing for a season. But you just want to get out there and get started to, hopefully, it will be a good season for both teams.
And how important is it to get off to a good start? Because, you know, we've seen how quickly things can turn into a wobbly start, into a full-blown crisis. I mean, we don't need to talk about your former employer's Leeds, but that's a great example. You can go on a little sticky patch and then suddenly, blimey, can we start the season again? How big is it to get the win off the very first opportunity?
It's massive in terms of getting the first win under the belts. You want to get it as early as possible. So this is an opportunity today for both teams to obviously start the season well, and that leads on to hopefully a great season for both. But yeah, it's there's hardly room for error as well for these teams. You know, they're going to be looking to try and get promoted into that championship, and that's the goal that they're aiming for. So it'll be good to get a good start here. Obviously, Oldham are looking forward to obviously being at home too.
Have you seen much? Have you watched much? Have you consumed much rugby league during your injury layoff? I don't know if you're one of those frustrated observers when you have an injury that you can't really watch it because you want to be out there, or as a rugby fan, you just want to watch as much as you can.
To be fair, it's a bit of a mixture. You know, I've had times where I've wanted to watch it, sometimes I haven't. You know, the injury has been massive for me to get back to, but I've enjoyed the ride really. It's been setting little goals to get back playing, but obviously the games are gone ahead now. Obviously the Super League games are well into the season now, so I've been watching obviously the Salford boys playing, but also the Super League games as well, and obviously the Championship games that have been coming on Premier Sports as well, which has been great. And you know, the League One starts today, which is great, and I'm looking forward to hopefully a really good game here today.
Yes, unrivalled really exposure for rugby league in what is a huge year for the sport, with the World Cup at the end of it. Something I'm sure Callum will be keen to be involved in. I suppose that's one bonus with the World Cup being shifted. It's given you the opportunity to shift your focus. You would have been out of it, wouldn't you? 12 months ago?
Yeah, and the injuries happen, mate. It's just one of those things. But obviously, COVID has made a massive impact on everybody, and over the last couple of years, and it's made an impact on the World Cup as well. So World Cup this year is something I'll be looking at, but at the same time, it's for me to get back playing and get back playing at my best as well at Salford, which gives us an opportunity, obviously, at the end of the year.
Well, we're just about ready to go. The Oldham head coach, Stuart Littler, has made his way out to within earshot of us, so we'll have to make sure we tread carefully in our commentary today. He's walked over and taken his seat a couple of yards away on the bench. Swig of water. He'll be looking forward to the start of the season. I can see the Keighley Cougars head coach, Reese Lovegrove, a good friend of Andrew Henderson, making his way out, and here come the sides. Martin Ridyard leading out Oldham, looking to start with a bang in front of their home fans and banish that awful disappointment of the early exit to the amateurs of Lock Lane here in the Betfred Challenge Cup. This is an immediate opportunity right at the start of the season at home in front of their home fans to show that they mean business. A handshake on the pitch between Stuart Littler and Rhys Lovegrove. A few final words exchanged, and they await the opponents from West Yorkshire in the Keighley Cougars. A lot is expected of Keighley as well this season, and here they come wearing all green with the subtle white trim. They finished the season so well. They gave us that epic finale at the end of season playoffs. We were there, really enjoyed that day. Couldn't capitalise upon it though. Wasn't to be this year, but they really finished with a flourish, and they'll be looking to start with a bang as well, with the experienced halfbacker Scott Morrell pulling the strings. They will attack from left to right as we look on, wearing all green. Oldham in their familiar hoops, attacking from right to left. The match official today is Mr. James Vella, in the all black in centre field with the white trim. And we're looking forward to getting the Betfred League One season underway. Match ball presented, and it'll be Oldham waiting to get us underway through their experienced six of Martin Ridyard. And one thing I can guarantee is that the first couple of carries will be intense. There'll be a lot of frustration from these two sets of players with a long pre-season, looking ready to go. Good turnout from the local fans, hoping to roar their team to an opening round victory. The referee just waiting for the pitch to be cleared on the far side. Players roaring encouragement to each other in this pre-match lull. And then we await the first contact. Referee says, I'm ready. Martin Ridyard says, so am I. Swings the right boot, finds the ground, and it's picked up by Scotty Morrell, wearing 13 for the Cougars, who have first feel of the football. Attacking from left to right here at the Vestacare Stadium. Already the touch judge is on the pitch on this near side. He's just yelling to release. Very keen to get on the pitch on this near side. In fact, the touch judge to our left. As Keighley look to get up to halfway. Couple to go in their first set. And Morrell, as you would expect, an early handling error. He's put the ball down. It wasn't Morrell, in fact, but the handling error has given Oldham the first opportunity here, and an unforced error, Callum Watkins, early from the visitors.
Yeah, it's not the best start there for Keighley. They look settled, to be honest, with a few carries there, and look like they're coming back to the end of the set, but poor error there and put themselves under pressure immediately.
Yeah, they would have done everything that their coach would have wanted up towards halfway, and just readying themselves for a good kick, and then the loose carry really has given this opportunity for the Ruffians, who've done exactly the same, and they've put the ball down on the first play. So there you go, handling error, one apiece. Perhaps a few early jitters, Cal.
Yeah, first game of the year, isn't it? So obviously they've had a few of them warm-up games in terms of the Challenge Cup, but they've had a long pre-season, these guys, and yeah, a little bit of nerves there, but it's a great reaction though from Keighley to get the ball back there. So hopefully they can complete this set now and get the game going.
Straight away, Everstroon opening here live on Our League. I said watch out for the explosive start. It's been anything but. It's been cagey, it's been a little bit nervy from both sides as they come again with James Feather, their hooker, wearing 36. You'll see a lot of him today buzzing around the ruck. Already appealing to the referee at the slow play of the ball as Aaron Levy driving. Great field position this for the Cougars straight away. Feather waits again, little glance to the left-hand side, and that's exactly where he goes. Just pops it up to his scrum half, Jack Miller, to take on the line. Miller with a flat ball, and the Cougars score in the corner. Made brilliantly by the scrum half, Jack Miller, with a quick hand, and they freed up the extra man to score in the corner, and that handling error from Oldham has been punished straight away. And a perfect start for Reece Ludbro's side, as we see again. Miller towards the line, had a choice of two, didn't he? They score in the corner for a 4-point lead, Callum.
Yeah, fantastic run there from Jack Miller. Just backed himself. He looked like he was running at pace there, and got in between where Martin Ridyard was at there, and he couldn't make the tackle. But the intensity of that run there set that all up for a lovely try in the corner there.
So whatever a piece, but the first one from the home side has been ruthlessly punished by the Cougars over on the far left side. Spotted a gap, didn't he, Jack Miller? But as tough a kick as they come to try and tag on the two. It's taken a bit of the air out of the atmosphere here. He's missed it, so 4 points to nil. Alex Stevenson's try, but not converted, as we have another look, Callum Watkins, at how they exploited the gap.
Yeah, you see there the Oldham side were backing off there, and gave an opportunity for Jack Miller there to make the run there. And you know, when they're running there at pace, it's difficult to stop, and just giving him too much space there to make the run, and he's busted clear, and I think Stevenson gets over for a nice try there. But great start for Keighley in terms of the error that they made.
Just the response after that early handling error. 4 points to nil. The winger going over in the corner, having forced the handling error from Oldham on their first carry, and here come the Cougars again up towards halfway, eating up the yards early. This will please their head coach, again appealing that the play of the ball is too slow. Very vocal, the hooker James Feather, yelling at the referee James Vella just to try and speed things up a little bit. Here they go, over halfway, keeping the ball alive. A little change of direction from Scotty Morrell. Last tackle this, 40 away. Fullback drops back. Loading up on this near right-hand side. That's where they come. Where would he go? Morrell, he just gives it a bit of fears off the right instep. Tester for the Oldham fullback, Owen Restall, takes it well. But the chase is good. And they will have to start on their own 10-metre line. Tough start this for the home side.
Yeah, it has been. They've not responded well, obviously, to the error, conceded the try. But obviously, Keighley come up with a great set there, and it's a lovely kick there from Morrell. Keeps
that's what he
Oldham
does.
under pressure. Yeah, that's it. His experience is massive for the Keighley side, and he puts them in really good positions there, and they've got good territory as well. So, see what happens here.
Yeah, ultimate attacking. Yet to complete a set of 6 in the 6th minute of the game. Trailing as they are by 4 points to nil. The try from Alex Stevenson on the far side, made by the break from the scrum half Jack Miller. But this is better, up towards halfway. It will be the last tackle, so I'm sure Ridyard will hang back, so will David Hewitt, who goes aerial, and Mo Agoro says, I'll have this. Well, they got in each other's way. Blimey, that could have been nasty.
It's no communication there, was
there?
Wow.
I don't know, you drop back in that position as a centre. Would you rather that both go for it than leave it to each other?
Someone's got to make the call there. Yeah, it looked like Mo was going to make the call there, I think, and he's just took it there. So it could have been messy that, but they've got away with it there, of course.
I guess that's the kind of thing that goes on in the opening rounds, doesn't it?
That's it, you know, it's nerves. Getting straight back into the season, looking forward to playing. everything's not going to be pitch perfect, so we see how we go here.
Here we go, Morel again. He's gone for the same kick, swirler. The wingers drop back. Good protection he got as well from his scrum half, David Hewitt. But again, look where they are.
Hey, that's it. The kick from Morel is brilliant, but the kick chase has helped it even more and put him on the back line here, and they're finding it hard to get out of here right now, Oldham.
Very impressive intensity and energy early on. And that will please head of rugby at Keighley, Andrew Henderson. And the head coach, Rhys Lovegrove, is Oldham treading water in their deep end for the first 7 minutes or so. That was a big contact, wasn't it, from Brendan Santee. He enjoyed that one. Keighley have done another good containing job defensively here. Look where they are, last tackle. Hand in the air, it'll be Ridyard this time, I'm sure. And he just goes long, but Goro, thankfully for him, has got no one near him this time, so he'll pick him on the second bounce and run into traffic. The boots come off. I think that's a Goro's left boot that's flown off. So we'll sort that out. Keighley looking good. First 8 minutes of this one. Live on Our League, Callum Watkins, the England centre, our special guest today. Always great to hear from Callum as Morel gives a short ball to Santee, who's really started like a man who was looking forward to the new season.
Certainly came with a big hit in that last set there in the defensive set. Another good carry there.
And they work it seamlessly right to left, and going to get the extra man away again. Good sliding defence, Oldham this time, no way through. They're playing with 2 9s, aren't they, really, Keighley at the moment. Swing of the left boot, right boot, I beg your pardon, it's come back. Where's that going to go? It's picked up by Oldham. It was Miller again, asking questions. And Oldham, well, I was just about to say they could do with a piggyback or two here, and the referee obliges.
Yeah, I think with the kick, the bounce of the ball as well, it changed a little bit there in terms of the momentum, and Keighley couldn't get the players back, and conceded a penalty there, which is big for Oldham. They've got to take advantage of this now and try and put Keighley under pressure.
Great hit by Hartley, and a big thumping hit. We heard that from our commentary position, which is effectively on the bench. We're pitch side in between the 2 benches on this near side, as similar view as you can see through our cameras just above us. Here come Oldham. Brad Jinks is their 9. Little glance to his left hand side, and that's where he come. Working it back through the forwards. This is good, and Agora gets his hand on that. That'll be wiped clean. Referee eventually says, oh, what's he said here? He said penalty Keighley. You can probably hear Stuart Little, the Oldham head coach, who thought he was getting a clean set of 6. He's just yelled a couple of yards away from us, what on earth is that for? Although he wasn't that polite with his language. What's your view on this one, Carl?
Seemed to make the right call, Mo. Magoro, he made a great tackle there, and I think he might have touched the ball there, but I'm not sure what he's called here. I think he might have give a penalty away for holding back in terms of running and trying to get the ball back. So
you can probably hear Stuart Little there.
He's not happy, is he?
Big
hit here.
Have a bit of that.
No.
Oh, referee didn't like that.
Don't know about that.
The crowd did. That was Emerson Whittle with a huge contact. Referee not happy.
Yes. I'm not sure about that one. Is it gone over the horizontal there? I don't know. It's got right under the ball there. It's a great tackle. It's a tough one.
Yeah.
It's a tough one. Marginal, yeah.
Got the big contact. I think I'd probably side with the referee. I think he was just over the horizontal.
Yeah.
It looked worse than it was, actually. That, for me, was just a big honest contact, but it was slightly, I think, above the horizontal. That's done nothing for Stuart Little's mood, I can tell you. He thinks everything's going against his side at the moment.
Yeah, the last 2 calls there. I wasn't sure about the first one, but obviously that one, just a tad above the horizontal line. It was a great hit as well. It could have changed a little bit of momentum for Oldham there, but they're having to defend their line right now.
Here's Santee, who's had a good start to the game. Feather, here's the dummy half. Scott Morel bursting into the line. Another offload. It's back. It's been picked up, I think, by Morel. So they retain possession here. The Cougars. James Feather again. Here's that man wearing 8. Brendan Santee. big start to the game. Feather slots in at dummy half. He's got Keswick to his left. Pops it up for Keswick. Change of direction to Morrell. This is good from Keighley. It's gone back off Oldham. This should be back to 0, and it is. Referee sees that one, so more pressure incoming on the Oldham line. That's Bradley Ho. Straightening up and running at the line. Problems early on for Oldham. Santi wants it skinny side. They're going to go back to Carl Keswick. Change of direction. Dances off his left. Can he burrow over? No, he's just short. Feather says, come behind me. That's where he wants Bradley Ho to go. Oh, and a frustratingly slow play the ball, so he just changes the play and gives it to Miller. They're going to try and free up the winger again on the far side. Out the back door, it's gone 5-10 yards backwards now, but they're still in possession. Referees wipe the tackle count clean again here. Do they know the Cougars? They don't have to rush this. They're going to set up again. That's good play from the fullback Lewis Young. More pressure coming on the Ruffians line. Again, he wipes the tackle count clean. This is real danger for the Ruffians. Feather, can he burrow over on his own? He's just short. Scott Morrell goes, I'll have this one. He's got Santi on his right, comes back to his left and Kyle Keswick, and then it's the danger man, Miller, with the delayed ball. He'd overrun it, the fullback, the Lewis Young checks, gets it over to the far side. Ooh. Can they get the ball away? Scrambling defence in that fourth corner, and this time they do keep them out, but a penalty. A penalty. It's all going the visitors' way, Callum Watkins.
Certainly is, and they're testing the defence here, but Oldham are holding up really well. They're scrambling really well, and you know, Ridyard there come up with a high tackle there, but gives them a little bit of time, a little bit of a breather, and let's see where we go again. But they're defending well, Oldham.
First carry, Charlie Graham, wearing 2, playing in the centres today. They're stacking up over on this right side for Miller to find his best option. Morrell shows and then goes and dangerously gives it to the fullback Lewis Young, who's clobbered. That's good.
Great
defence from the Ruffians on their own line. Morrell gives it to you-know-who, who just pins back his ears and dives at the line. Santi. Feather, frustratingly slow play the ball again. Keswick again straightens up and goes on his own. Right in front of the sticks this. James Feather. All the way back to Miller to straighten up and try and go on his own. No way through. They've defended well, have the Ruffians, but they've got one more to go. It's the last tackle. I'm sure they'll look for a repeat set or better. Whoa, what a bullet pass that is.
Brilliant.
He took it brilliantly to go over. How on earth has he taken that and dived over left of the post? And they double their money, the Cougars. What a take and what a score.
Yeah, Levi there with the short run and the line there, and it was a bullet pass. It looked like it was going to head around the back of him, but he's took that really well. Look, Oldham really defended well there into that last tackle there, and it was just probably a little bit too much for them, but they just couldn't deal with the short ball there. But they really scrambled well, and it looked like he was going to take great confidence from it, but Keighley took that advantage. They were patient, and they come up with a great pass there. And obviously Levi dives over.
I'm not sure that pass was...
It wasn't intended. It didn't look like it intended it, did it?
I believe in that. I don't know how he took it.
It's a great take. It's obviously caught everybody by surprise there, but it's a lovely take there by Levi.
Incredible take. Sure it wasn't meant for him. Oldham will feel that the calls, all the 50-50s haven't gone their way so far. Keighley won't care. They're 8 up with this to come. From just to the left of the uprights. To hit double digits and make it a perfect start. Touch judges put up their flags. And Jack Miller kicks his first goal of the season, 1 from 2. 10 points to 0 as we have another look at this.
Yeah, it's looking like
it score.
Yeah, very unique. It looked like he was going to throw it around the back, but it was a great take there from Levi with the bullet pass there from Feather. They put all that pressure on Oldham, and unfortunately Oldham cracked there at the end, and they're still in within this game. They just need to get a grip hold of this game right now, Oldham.
Well, they've not threatened the line yet. That will worry head coach Stuart Little. I'm sure he'll be very, very frustrated with the match officials.
Great carry.
Lost his boot. Boots flying all over the place at the moment. Keeper looking to buy another penalty. Mo Agoro slots in and says, "You have a breather, boys. I'll take up this carry." Now eating up the meters. Painfully easily at the moment if you're an Oldham fan. They're already at halfway. They're over halfway with Scott Morrell orchestrating proceedings.
Here we go.
There he goes, Santi. He looks around for support. His fullback's inside.
Great play.
He pins back his ears. It's a brilliant try, for Lewis Young. It's wonderful from Keighley. Brendan Santi with a break. Young in support. And the Cougars are cruising early on.
Yeah, it was a great run from Santi there. I think he's been the main force here for Keighley in terms of his carries and what he's done in defence. But it was a lovely pass on the inside there from Scott Morrell, and Santi made a lovely break there. You know, from the whole set, they carried really strong, and they got up to the halfway line there, and yeah, he's gone straight through there, and it's great support play from Lewis Young there, and deserves the try there. Lovely finish. Very quick.
He was not going to be caught. Brendan Santi, really the standout man the first quarter of this game. His break, but he needed the support. Lewis Young spotted it and got there, and it's very fast turning into a very, very difficult afternoon this again for Oldham, who are now readying a double change on this near side. Spencer and Andrade, I think, waiting to come on. No mistake from Miller. That's 2 from 2. Right in front of the post, and suddenly problems for Oldham. And head coach Stuart Littler has got his notepad and biro out just to our right, scrambling for some notes. And you know, I've heard him there. He just needs the ball. We can't do anything without the ball, and they're not having the ball. Yeah,
and ultimately the defence hasn't been strong enough, especially through them coming out of Keighley coming out of yardage, and ultimately they've paid the price for that. And the game, it's all based on defence. In the attack takes care of itself when you get your defence right. Probably just need to tighten up a little bit, Oldham, I think. They're looking like they're going to crack through the middle, Keighley. With a couple of drop plays as well, trying to test the middle. So get a little bit tighter in the middle, get some big shots in, and we'll see where we go from here.
Still plenty of time, only 18 and a half gone. Live on our league from the Rugby Football League, but Keighley Cougars in firm control at the moment as Mo Agoro takes another strong carry down the middle. Tell you what, when your wingers can do that for you, it gives you so much, and they've wiped the tackle count clean. A lot of coaches complaining about this interpretation of the law and how it's killing teams. Well, it's put them on the back foot again, Oldham here, and there goes Santi. The 20 away again with Feather, Roebuck and Agoro outside him, and Scotty Morrell, the playmaker again, just tosses it up and looks for the runner, and it's Bailey Matthew, promoted off the bench, which is where he was due to be starting today, with a little reshuffle before, as Miller goes into the line. And they're knocking at the door again here, looking so dangerous, the Cougars. Keswick all the way back to Murrell, short ball to Santi, looking to free up the left arm to get the offload away. Eventually he's grounded just before the line. Last tackle, Feather to Murrell, who just shovels it first time to Agoro, and it's gone forward. And this time Oldham do survive.
Yeah, good defence there by Oldham. I'm sure it was Hewitt there that went in into Scott Morrell there, put him under pressure. He made a pass there to Scott, which was forward. So, you know, Oldham need to keep hold of this ball now, complete this set, get a good kick on from Rudyard, and hopefully can get more ball and get him more involved with the game, Oldham, instead of defending.
Yeah, the amount of play that's been played down their end has been destroying Oldham so far. They need something to get up the other end. They need a spark. Tom really tries to provide it with a strong carry up towards halfway.
Got to take advantage of this now.
And a good field position. Andrade wanted the ball at first receiver. He's run straight into Kyle Keswick. It's the last tackle. They'll need a good kick here. And it's the left boot of Dave Hewitt. Easy take for the fullback though, under no pressure at all, Lewis Young, but that's a better area of the pitch, Callum.
Yep, they'll take confidence in that. They just need to tighten up here and put Keighley under pressure with the defence here. That's better.
They've got Keighley for once down. Oh dear, big down in their end, but they're giving them a penalty. So all that good work has been undone straight away with a high shot. Penalty incoming.
Yeah, they're the killers. The coach killers really got onto a good set there and good kick away. that first tackle was really good. They should have pushed on from there, but they've been defending quite a lot. You know, the energy will probably be a little bit down. But they need to respond here in terms of defence. Could they defend again? They'll take positives from last time. And we'll see where we go from here. Putting under pressure again now.
Jack Coventry on. That's the 4th replacement already made by an increasingly frustrated Oldham Ruffians head coach Stuart Littler, whose side are defending their line again. Trailing as they do 16-0. We're past the midway point of the first half as Keswick goes. Really slick this as Morrell bounces off a couple. That's too easy. That's come off Oldham and it's gone backwards. It should be play on. The Ruffians have escaped here. They looked a little bit loose defensively, but they've got the ball back somehow.
Yeah, it looked like they knocked it back, which went backwards. Scotty Morrell went for the offload there. It was a good little run by him, and Oldham managed to knock the ball back and get the ball back here.
The Ruffians have it in their own territory. Andrade looking to spark the home side into action. That's got the crowd going. Up towards the 40. That was a better, swifter play of the ball. Ooh. Stuart Littler wanting 6 again. I think he gets it there. I think the referee just about signalled tackle count cleaned. Ridgard shows and then runs into the line. Pops it up for the big man up the middle, and this is better with Ridgard, and Hartley give the ball a bit of room, and then in off his touchline comes Ben Holcroft. Well, that's the final play, so he didn't wipe the tackle count clean.
No. I think he stopped the play with Ryan Wright there to push. I think he ran a couple of metres up, and then got told to go back. It wasn't a 6 again there, but they're trying to chance their arm a little bit there in that last play. Probably best to get the kick away and get over to Keighley's try line there. But they've completed the set. They need to get the defence sorted. It's all down to defence here, especially around that middleweight. It's been pretty loose there, and Keighley are taking advantage of that.
Yes, better few minutes at least for Oldham. But Keighley with a 3-try advantage, 16-0, and this possession, and they look so good in possession of the football. 40 away, centre field, with Miller. And razor sharp running to his left-hand side. Couple to go and an opportunity to set up something else here. Here is Jack Miller looking for Morrell, then finds him. Gives it to Santi, who sets off for the post. Last tackle, feather dummy half. Runs on his own to the left side. It's released to Miller. Surely they can get the winger away again if they keep the ball moving. Brilliant scrambling defence, and Oldham have got it back. Terrific defence.
Great defence there from Oldham. It's putting themselves under pressure all game, but they're managing well now in defence. They're stopping Keighley from getting over the line, and these carries now are tough carries here. The outside backs will be coming in, trying to get themselves out of trouble.
Yes, already some weary bodies, as you tend to see in the first game of a new season. And they've had a lot of defending to do, Oldham, so they will be starting to feel it as we approach the half-hour mark. Live on our league, the start of the Betfred League One season. Ridgard thought about an early kick in the tackle count, but he got crowded out. And instead, he will wait on the last tackle.
That's it, yeah.
And I think this is going to be a stoppage. A slight concern, another concern for Stuart Littler. Some tired bodies out there already for Oldham, and an injury too for a stoppage in play, and a very, very frustrated head coach, Callum, on this near side.
Yeah, I think he's every right to be. I think they haven't helped themselves in terms of the discipline, and their efforts in defence. They've been pretty loose in the middle there, and Keighley have took advantage of that. They carried really strong. That's a decent kick there, right in the middle of it.
Ridgard finds a big gap, gets a couple of bounces, and they almost got onto it. I think he's knocked on. They want the ball back here, but it looked to me like it was
a knock on, yeah.
A knock on.
that was a testing kick that, you know, Martin Ridyard's known for that as well with his big spiral bombs there, but obviously the pitch as well, it's a 4G pitch, the ball bounces a little bit differently to where on normal grass as well, so nearly an opportunity there which would have been great for Oldham.
And this game could change very quickly, and Oldham try could really shift everything. At the moment, Keighley in firm control. So another player loses a boot out there. It's a third lost shoe.
Yeah.
Sure they've got the sizes right for the start of the new season. Here are Keighley over halfway yet again, attacking the Oldham line with Miller this time the dummy half, just pushing Feather out of the way. And bringing in Rory Nettleton off the bench. Wearing 34, that's a big contact. Last tackle. Morel has a look, where's he going to go? He just pops one up and says to Moagoro, chase and challenge. But an easy one, an easy take for the winger Ben Holcroft to defuse and then sprint away. Gets the quick tap. Gets the 0 from here.
Bit of a get out there for Oldham. Yeah. Especially with Scott Morel with his kicks, usually pinpoint with that, but just a little bit too far there. Oldham have got a chance here now to put Keighley under pressure with a couple of good carries there. Obviously the restart of the set as well.
Yeah, this is a much better field position for Ridyard to try and orchestrate something. Gives it, oh, that's a
Great
big
tackle.
hit on Agora, read that brilliantly.
Brilliant read there, brilliant read. He's made a decision and he's stuck with it, but he's stuck onto the tackle there, which is a great hit there from Mo.
Nowhere to go for Owen Restall, so instead Tom Spencer carries it up the middle, but this is the best field position, this is the best look at the line they've had all match so far. They carry on going, that could have been forward, look forward from here. And it was, unfortunately, from Jack Coventry, but better nonetheless. Okay, a disappointing end to the set, but encouraging signs for Oldham.
Encouraging signs, they took advantage of that 20 tap, did some really good carries there, tested the keeper of the line there, and just a little short ball which it looked forward from here, and obviously the ref made the call there, but they'll be disappointed with that, but they need to respond there in defence.
Certainly looking to be getting to half time. Oldham with no further damage to the scoreboard, and ideally find their way onto that scoreboard themselves. Play has started to shift up towards the left hand side as you look, which is good news for Oldham, but Moagoro with another strong carry. He's had a lively first 29 minutes.
Yeah, from both sides of the game, his carries have been really strong.
Oh, and a penalty. Another penalty to destroy Oldham's efforts. And they're going to be defending their line again.
You can see in the middle there, Ryan Wright was calling for the players to get a little bit tighter, especially around the middle, because that's what Keighley are keeping it really patient. They're just carrying through the middle, causing all sorts of problems there, and they're getting their opportunities.
Well, what's happened here? Everyone froze, and he almost tapped his way over Nathan Roebuck. Well,
all the players are just looking at the ref there, and Nathan Roebuck just took advantage of that and nearly got over there. It was good tackle there, but a full back.
Well, that would have been an awful try for Oldham to concede. They may still concede on the far side because that's where they're floating the ball over to the first try scorer, Alex Stevenson, on that left touch line. Back with Miller. Straighten up and give it to Aaron Levy, one of the try scorers today as well. They're just queuing up on this right-hand side as Morel looks for the dummy runner, Agoro, to spin and power his way to the line. He's going to be in touch. Excellent defending, Oldham.
Great defence there by Oldham. It's not necessarily the shapes that are troubling them. I think it's, you know, the short, direct passes that are making them struggle in terms of the middles as well. So, you know, the edge defence has been really good from Oldham. They'll take positives in terms of that. But just keeping a little bit tighter in that middle, which will obviously handle what our keeper are presenting. They're going wide, but they're not getting over there. the scramble there from Oldham is good, and that's good attitude, and you need that, especially when you're down, you're 16-0 down here. You need that kind of response. You've got to take advantage now in terms of the carries. You've just got to keep it patient, carry strong, get Martin Ridyard with a good kick at the end of it and get a response through their defence.
They've certainly steadied the ship last few minutes, Oldham. And they're in possession again, albeit their own end of the pitch. But they've settled, it seems, into this contest. Opening round of Betfred League One, it's Keighley with a 16-point lead. 3 unanswered tries from Stevenson Levy and the fullback Young. Drilled low from right.
That's nice.
Finds touch on the far side.
That's nice. You'll give them a little bit of time now. Get a little bit of time to compose themselves. Complete the set. They'll take positives into that. Gives them an opportunity here in defence. But they just need to be stronger in the middle here in defence. And ultimately, that's cost them over the past half an hour here. Looks like Santi's going to take another carry.
He'd take 6 carries a set if he could, I think. Looks very hungry today. There he goes. Crowded out this time. See Agoro looking interested, the winger again. There he goes, he wants another one. Running straight at the big man here. That's Jordan Andrade wearing 15.
It's better defence though, he's slowing him down there. He's got him on his back there. Slowing him down, Jordan Andrade just making a couple of hits there, which will give him a good positive feeling here. And same again, he's in again.
Andrade and Coventry, the 2 replacements sent on, getting through a lot of work up front for Stuart Littler's side. Scotty Morrell just pointing where he wants his support. And eventually getting it. Last tackle though, on the 40-metre line. Morrell is on this right side, here he is. He's just going to chip one for Agoro to chase this time. And it's going to bounce, 2-3 bounces into touch on this near side.
That's nice, it's a nice little kick. He's the director, isn't he? He's the director of the team. He moves them around on all the field, and obviously he comes up with a lovely kick there into touch. Gives them time to compose themselves in here and give the defence an opportunity to tighten up and get involved here, as you see.
Yeah, great hunger in defence from Keighley. And a couple of big contacts that you can hear from our touchline commentary position. Almost lost the ball there, juggles in the tackle, and then even closer to losing the ball. He does well to hang on to it there, Tom Brearley, but this is a really good defensive set from Keighley. Losing ground, Oldham, this set. Struggling to get out of their 10, as Andrade says, let's have a go. But only a couple to go this set, and they're deep in their own territory. This is the last. So they're going to be kicking from the 20 or so. Has a little look at where the gap is in between winger and fullback, and he gets a good bounce on this 4G surface, and it sends the try scorer Alex Stevenson scampering back, and then he's hammered onto his back.
Difficult set there for Oldham. It was a great defensive set from Keighley there. Put them under all sorts of pressure there, and a couple of good carries there to the end there, and Hewitt with a kick there, got a lucky bounce. But Keighley look like they're going to take advantage. They're looking tired, Oldham.
And you sense, they've wiped the tackle count clean. Oldham don't like that decision. It's another strong carry for the winger Agoro, who's had a big half. 5 minutes to go until half time. Oldham cannot afford to concede another one here. Miller. They've been so dangerous in the halves, Keighley. Just running right at the post here, and there's nothing Oldham can do about it. With tackles to spare. Miller hangs back. Here is the scrum half. Gives it to his mate, Morrell. And here is Santi towards the line. He's just tackled short.
Great
Still
tackle.
The danger is there. A little kick through. That should be Oldham ball. It just wasn't played out. Came off the shin, and Oldham dive on it, and they do survive.
Yeah, they do. I think Keighley again, they're trying to test them out on the edges there. It was a lovely short ball there from Morrell onto Santi, but it was a great tackle from Fortin. Real crucial tackle there, and like I say, I think how they're going to break Oldham is probably through the middle The edges are really defending well and scrambling well and stopping obviously Keighley getting over the line.
And now Oldham get it back to 0. The tackle count wiped clean. That will help them. Ridyard goes on a little dart from dummy half. Makes his side a bit of room. Roebuck completes the tackle as Oldham break up towards halfway. Ryan Wright off the bench, the dummy half again, and Ridyard just pops it up for Andrade to breach halfway and offload, and there's the fullback Restle. This is much more like it from the Ruffians. Ridyard wants a quick play of the ball, doesn't really get it. Andrade again, he's made a big difference. Oh, and he's dropped the ball, and Santi, who came up with a big contact, dives on the ball. That's a big defensive play.
Yeah, massive. I think Andrade there was looking for the offload. He saw the support there. He just couldn't get the ball out. Didn't have full control of that ball. But he's really made a massive impact for the Oldham side in terms of his defence and his carries as well. He's carried really strong. We should take the positives out of that. But again, pushing it a little bit too far where they probably should have kept hold of the ball and put Keighley under pressure here.
Closing few minutes, 3 minutes or so to go. Oh, he went for the big one, did Ryan Wright. That's the kind of energy and urgency Stuart Little is wanting from all of his players, but there's an older man down there. There's good kick pressure as well. And a good take from the fullback, Owen Restle. It's much more like it, you know, all over the pitch from Oldham, this.
Yeah, much more like it. I think the line speed's getting there. I know they're tiring and they've been defending a lot, but they're giving it their all, and that's all you want. And the effort areas have been really good, and they're keeping into this game. It's you know, it's far from over, this game. If they can get a little bit of a spark.
They need to score next, though.
Yeah, I think it's really important that they do. But I think it's got to take patience. It's got to take time. You've got to get over to the other side of the field and test them. They haven't been able to test them because they've been pushing the pass a little bit too much as well.
Much better for Oldham. Last tackle, though. They're going to need a clever kick. Andrade, does he know it's the last? Yes, he does. He gives it to Ridyard this time. They're going to run it anyway. Ridyard finds the runner. Now, can they get the winger away in the left corner? Agoro has crowded him out, just out of our view and our touchside commentary position. But much more like it from Oldham. They ran out of room, yes, but they opted to run it on the last and try and pose a few problems for Keighley.
I like it. It's a good option. You know, they tried it last time. They tried it a couple of sets before, and it didn't seem to work out. But it looked like it was much more planned that time. Ridyard was involved there, but I think it was good defence from Mo. Mo Goro. He held back and waited for his defence to come, and didn't give that much space to the winger there. We just couldn't see what happened there. But I saw Mo tracing back, made a couple tackle there.
Final minute or so. Reminder, our clock is a rolling clock, so it might be a few seconds off. The referee will know, and he will know when to put the whistle in his mouth and give a penalty. And well, Stuart Little will feel nothing has gone his way first half. I think a lot of the scoreboard issues, the fact they're leading 16-0, is very much their own fault, but I think pretty much every call has gone against Oldham. Stuart Little will certainly feel.
Yeah, be very frustrated. I think ultimately it's the discipline around the middle. I think that's putting them under pressure, which is going to tire the players out. It's, you know, defensively, you're going to defend all day. It's going to take the energy away, and that's going to stop your attack as well. But you know what? Oldham are showing great effort in terms of their responding in their defence. Yeah, and again they've got to keep moving, keep tight in that middle. The edges are doing a really good job in their defence and scrambling and working hard. So their effort's there. It's just about being smart in terms of their discipline.
Here's Scotty Morrell and Agoro, who's been one of the live wires of this Keighley Cougars side. I think I overheard from the touchline. We've probably got a couple of minutes to go this half. Oh, okay, well I heard wrong, because that's the who, so he's going to go drop goal and he's missed it. So ignore that, that is the half. And it's a half dominated by Keighley, but a half in which Oldham came back into it. You can see with the purpose with which Stuart Little is keen to get into those sheds. He is absolutely furious, the Oldham head coach, as Keighley and Oldham both congregate, but Stuart Little has raced ahead to get down into the sheds. I mean, I know Callum, he's been stood next to us pretty much all half, and you don't really get that close to your coach. There he goes, absolutely furious. He's a very mild-mannered guy, but he has been yelling at the touch judges, the referee, his own players. He's not enjoyed that 40 at all, I don't think.
No, he's not. Been really frustrating for him, obviously, and his team as well. I think discipline and the defence through the middle, especially in yardage for Keighley and how they're carrying the ball, they're not really testing the edges. So I think being tighter in that middle through yardage in their defence, it has to happen for them, because they're feeling loose, they're loose there, and they're giving penalties away, which is putting them under Miles a big amount of pressure. And but to be fair, you know, it could have been worse. The score could have been worse in terms of how they've defended. So they've got to take a little bit of positives in terms of how they defended and how they scrambled on their line. I think they'll take positives in that. But ultimately, what you're doing down the other end of the field in terms of their defence, giving penalties away, just get outs for Keighley. And Keighley have just been real patient, just carried it strong, kept a simple game plan, and took advantage of a couple of opportunities. But Oldham have kept themselves in it with their scrambled defence.
Yeah, they're just about still in it. You can see the scoreline on the screen. Oldham 0, Keighley Cougars 16, 3 tries to 0. Let's show you the 3 tries scored so far. Callum, you can talk us through these. It was the Cougars who really started with a head of steam.
Yeah, they did. There was a couple of errors early on, wasn't there, from both sides. Keighley got an immediate response from their error. Jack Miller there got the ball in good pace, took the advantage line, and it seemed like Oldham were holding back, and he took advantage of it with a great run. He backed himself there, and young Stevenson was there in support. Lovely pass there to dive over to in the corner.
That's what you want as a winger. If you're hugging your line, you want your 7 to run at the line and just give you the ball, and you do the rest. And then the second try, was this the bullet pass, the second try?
Yeah.
This is a try that I could watch all day. I'm thinking he's going to fizz one to the winger. I think that's exactly what he was trying. And then the second row somehow takes it.
I mean, you got to run them lines, them decoying lines.
I mean, how has he taken that?
I think he might have took one to the face as well and caught it. So Levi there, he's anticipated the ball, even though he's probably thinking he's going to be just a line runner there to help the ball get out around the back. And Levi's took it really well there. It's a great pass. Probably not intended for him.
Absolutely not intended to him, but fair play. And then this probably the try and a half.
Yeah, I think Santi's been incredible in this first half in terms of his carries, in terms of his defence. And you can just show the Oldham side tiring there in the middle, loose in the middle. Morel knows what he's doing. He directs the players, directs the team around. Santi took a great carry there, and just looks so strong in terms of his carries and his defence. And Lewis Young, as fullback should do, anticipate a break, anticipate support play there, and he's right there on the button. Shows his speed there at the end. He looks really quick. I think he would like to get a little bit more involved in terms of getting the ball in his hands, and support play like that will give him the opportunities like that.
Great to have Callum Watkins with us today on Our League, the England and Salford centre, who'll be back playing in Super League in the next few weeks in the not too distant future. It'll be great to see him back. And we've got the second half on the way here from the Vestacare Stadium. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back for full live and exclusive commentary of the second half with a half-time scoreline here of Oldham 0, Keighley 16.
Much everything, to be fair. Being a Wigan lad and born in Wigan, with the success they had throughout, you know, the late 80s and the 90s, you know, my first game was watching Wigan and Hull in the 84-85 when I was about 8 or 9, and then I've carried on watching them throughout the generation of all the Wigan wins, you know, when they won 7 or 8 on the bounce. So it meant everything. And I remember saying to my dad, like, when I was about 9, I want to play in a Challenge Cup final. And he just looked at me as though I was mental, but that's all I wanted to do, just to play and experience the atmosphere and win the trophy in the Challenge Cup final. So I was literally brought up with it. It's so hard because everyone's trying to knock you off, and you're the holders, and then everyone wants to beat the holders of the Challenge Cup, whether it's in round 5 or round 4 or semi-final or the final. They always want to smash you. So every game's a big game, not just the final. But I always feel like once you've had a taste of success in the Challenge Cup final, you'll want it more and more and more. So obviously I had a success in 1 or 4, but some lads hadn't. So when we won it in 6, new lads had a taste of it. They wanted it even more. So we was like, how good is this? So we went again and again. And I do believe that once you've had that taste of success, you just want it even more. And yeah, I think it's been proven as well. Like Warrington's won it a couple of times without bounce. I think Hull's won it a couple of times without bounce. You know, it's a great feeling. You just want to be part of that feeling. You know, the best part about it is the coach journey on the way home. You know, having catch up with all your mates, and then the open top bus going through town. That's the best feeling in the world. Ah, well, for me, it just looks like a magnificent stadium, somewhere different in it, and I think it's not far from the mixer, as we call it. You know, where you can get out and about and have a few beers for all the fans. Which the one I liked was the Cardiff one, because you were straight out and with all the fans and celebrating with them. So yeah, I'm sure it'd be a fantastic venue. You know, I've only seen it on TV what a super stadium it is, and you know, every player in Super League now who's still in the cup will be wanting to play in that game. I'll guarantee that. Yeah, it's a different competition, isn't it? So you know, it doesn't matter what you've done in the league. You know, you're in a knockout situation. It's like the FA Cup. You know, it's on the day, innit, what matters. And I do believe that the cream comes to the crop in big games, and whoever plays the best. And I think we've got some lads who will thrive under that pressure of being a knockout game rather than just a weekly game in Super League. So, you know, we want to have a good run obviously in Super League, but you know, it's a fresh start, and you know, you're 3 games away from the final, and that's it. Yeah, I'm sure they do, and they do talk about it quite a bit and how good of a feeling, but it was behind closed doors, and they still said how good it was. Imagine with 80,000-90,000 people there at Spurs, just chanting your name. I think they want to go back there and taste that.
Second half imminent. Here come the Keighley Cougars. I'm sure their half-time was a lot more positive. You saw their head coach, Rhys Lovegrove, and head of rugby, Andrew Henderson, making their way out. Hendo with his clipboard to make it look like he's been working hard today. I had all day with him in the car yesterday, up to Whitehaven. And Oldham are making Keighley wait. They are rinsing every single minute of their half-time. A very, very frustrated head coach in Stuart Littler, who has 40 minutes to put this right, but you sense they have to come out firing and really find the next score if they're going to get anything out of this game, Callum Watkins.
Yeah, I think so. It'll be very, very frustrating. It's probably taken out on his players, probably now. And look, they need to get a grip hold of the game in terms of their defence, especially when Keighley coming out of yardage. But yeah, it's really important for them to get a good start to the second half, because you know they're looking tired coming to the back end of that half, and once that hour clock comes up, last 20 minutes to the last 15 minutes, when it's going to get real tough. You know, they've been defending a lot, so hopefully they can show the effort that they have been bringing, but being smarter through that middle in terms of their defence. The discipline ultimately is just cost them.
But as a game, you said to me as we were chatting during half-time, good game this. You're enjoying this game.
Yeah, I am. It's you know, Keighley are playing real simple. They're carrying it strong. The defence is strong. Keeping a real simple game plan, I think, and it's working for them. As Oldham are just a little bit loose through the middle, putting themselves under massive amount of pressure. But I can see the determination and the effort through Oldham, and I think Stuart Littler will keep reminding them of that they defended really well, especially on their line, especially on their edges, and they'll take great confidence in that. But they've got to be smarter in the other end of the field in terms of their discipline, and you know, with the ball as well. I think at times they probably pushed the pass a little bit too much, probably chasing the game a little bit, and where they just needed to keep it calm, keep it patient, like Keighley have done. Exactly what they've done. They've kept it patient, tested the line. Oldham have just not had them opportunities on their line.
I don't know if our mate Hendo needs a new watch, but he's got Keighley out very, very early. Either that or Oldham have decided they don't fancy the second half here.
No, I think there's Stuart Littler coming out now.
There he is.
Coming out,
you can see the steam coming off both ears from the Oldham head coach Stuart Littler, who's making his way out. That notepad took a hammering. He was quite calm for about 5-10 minutes, and then he decided everyone was his enemy. And he's on the walkie-talkie. I don't know who he's on the walkie-talkie to. He's only just left everyone in the dressing room.
Probably telling everybody to come out now.
Here he is. He said, yeah, we're all out here. We're ready to go. A penny for those thoughts. But they're in this. They are in this game. There were good spells. There were good patches. Yes, second best over the course of the first half. Absolutely right. But they have an opportunity here if they can come out with a bit of energy, strike first. And here they come. They've taken every single second of the allotted half-time interval. I think if the referee had been out and waiting, then we may have had an issue. But all the officials were enjoying their half-time as well. So we're ready to go. And we're live on Our League, the start of the Betfred League One season. We're bringing you more rugby league than ever across all our channels this year. It's great to be a part of it, both here on Our League. I was up with our friends at the Sportsman yesterday at Whitehaven for Kyle Amore's big day. Our old mate getting his try. And we're back underway with Oldham running it back from left to right. Of course, Channel 4 and Sky and the BBC continuing their coverage. I think Callum's been on pretty much every channel so far.
Yeah, on Sky last week with the Salford Leeds game. It was just a great experience. That, you know, I enjoy doing this stuff, and obviously the first time here with Our League. I'm enjoying my afternoon here at Oldham. Looking forward to a great second half. Hopefully Oldham can get themselves back into it.
You're always welcome, Callum. Let's hope from the neutrals' point of view that Oldham can start to flex their muscles a bit. I'm sure the Keighley Cougars fans who haven't made the trip over to Oldham will disagree with those sentiments. Here come Oldham, and this is the last tackle, by the way. So it's going to be Ridyard. Spiral bomb. It's a towering kick. Oh, he juggles it and just about takes it, Lewis Young.
That was a massive, massive kick from Ridyard there. It was floating all over the place. It moves last second, but Lewis Young there did really well to take that. He moved his feet, caught the ball well, had a little bobble, but he caught it there. It was a big catch that.
One of 3 try scorers so far. Lewis Young, the fullback from Keighley, probably the pick of the tries. Finishing off the break from Brendan Santi, Aaron Levy and Alex Stevenson, the other tries, as Mo Agoru has had a big game. A reminder, by the way, I say a reminder, it's your first appearance on Our League, Callum. You select the player of the match today, so have a little think about that. I'll be asking about 10 minutes to go for your selection for the Our League player of the match. Keighley in attack, in the ascendancy.
I think he restarted the count there.
Yeah, he did, and that's not what Oldham wanted at the start of this second half. A second half that they need to dominate to take anything. Here come Keighley, it's the try scorer. Levy. Strong carry, the Cougars fans like that behind the sticks. Here's Miller running into the line, stutter step, realised he'd overrun it. Tackle complete. Charlie Graham wearing 2 is in there. It's picked up and then he straightens up and dives towards the post, and he's grounded just to the left of the sticks. It is the last tackle. Hanging back is Jack Miller on this left-hand side. They go to the right-hand side. Scott Morrell giving the ball a bit of room. There's the full-back. Oh, and it's a yawning gap. And that is exactly the start that Oldham feared. It's Nathan Roebuck in the corner, and there's clear daylight now for the Cougars.
Yeah, that was great play there. They looked like they were a man short there on the edge there. Like I said, the first half, they really defended the edges well and scrambled really well there, but a couple of good line running there. Scott Morrell managed to get the ball out there to Lewis Young, and he picks a lovely pass onto Nathan Roebuck there. Held the ball really well there, Lewis Young.
Just delayed it long enough to hit the line perfect.
And that's hard to defend, especially if you're on the back foot, and there wasn't aggressive enough there on the edges there, and Nathan Roebuck makes a great line there. It's just a lovely depth pass from Lewis Young there.
And you fear for Oldham that might be that in the opening exchanges of the second half. Long way back from here. 20 points to 0. With a possible 2 extra here from the halfback Jack Miller, far side. And a deflated hush already around the Vestacare Stadium as Jack Miller misses with this one. So Jack Miller's only kicked 2 of his 4, and as such it's a 20-0 lead. And we said before, Oldham need to score next. They absolutely have to score next now.
Yeah, massively. I think they had a good first set there, and it was a really good kick. Again, it's just the discipline. They got the 6 again there from Mo Goro carry there, which was big. He's carried really strong all game, so caused all sorts of problems through the middle of Oldham. And look, they're going to be tiring in the next few minutes here. They've got to defend and be resilient on their defensive line here.
The voice of the England centre, Callum Watkins, nearing a full recovery from his long-term knee injury and looking to get back out on the pitch with Salford and hopefully England as well in World Cup year. But for the time being, commentating with us on Our League at the Vestacare Stadium as Keighley look to turn the screw. Jack Miller and Graham with a strong carry. The left centre, but a knock on.
Looked like a real solid set there for Keighley there. It was a great carry there from Graham. Looked really strong to set up obviously the last play, but lost grip of the ball, and Oldham will take a positive out of that. And they need to complete the set again. They just need to keep patient, and it's important to get some strong carries here. They did that in the first set, but just their reaction in defence wasn't good enough. But they've got an opportunity here now.
And here go Oldham. Full-time score, by the way, from the Betfred Challenge Cup. How about this, Callum? Warrington 12, Wakefield 16. Wow. 2 weeks in a row, Wakefield have won at Warrington.
massive result there for Wakefield. Take great confidence in that from last week, but we thought Warrington would respond with a better performance, but...
Oh, the ball's come free and Oldham will pick it up.
Oh, big call.
He said play on, and they do, and they go down the far side and they break. With Ethan Ferry. Some other games still to come, isn't there? We're up at Barrow at 4:30. Barrow Huddersfield.
Yeah, that'll be a big game as well. Barrow going really well in the Championship.
Yeah.
And Huddersfield as well, they've been performing really well, but got a disappointing result last week at Hull. But that should be an interesting game, that, especially at Barrow.
Last tackle for Oldham, and they're going to run it with Ridyard. Over to the far side, they're going to run out of room, I think, and Keighley do keep them out and celebrate. Look at the celebrations from Keighley for keeping Oldham out.
Yeah, they tried the run play again. Ridyard looking to direct it there. Maybe the winger could chance his arm a little bit, put a little kick in. He's just carried it in there, and yeah, it's complete the set, but you know, 20-0 down, I think they need a little bit more, and they've tried that play a couple of times now, and Keighley have dealt with it really well.
Barrow looks absolutely beautiful. My other half is producing the BBC coverage up there today. She just sent me a couple of photos of seagulls and blue sky up in Barrow.
How good.
It looks beautiful. We're a little bit overcast in Oldham today, but watching a very energetic Keighley Cougars side, and they fancy more points, you know, over on the far side. But that's good defence from the Ruffians.
Good reaction, really good reaction there from Oldham. Again, the scramble defence on the edges, except for that last try they conceded. I think they've been really good on the edges of Oldham, and it shows there with their response and their effort, trying to get themselves back into this game. They look dangerous though, Keighley. Graham again, he was traipsing across the field there with his strong carrying, got an offload out to Nathan Roebuck, who was just bundled into touch there, so... chancing their arm a little bit, Keighley. They've probably got the right to do that now. Throw the ball around and try and test the edges out. But Oldham showing a little bit more resiliency here, and they've got to take advantage of these opportunities now, especially when they're down.
Well, they will absolutely want some points, Oldham and their fans here. Last competitive game here, of course, was that humbling Betfred Challenge Cup defeat to the amateurs of Lock Lane as Ridyard is sent flying backwards. Strong defensive work. Rory Nettleton.
Nettleton and Graham there again with the big hit.
Oh, there's no let-up, is there, from the Cougars at all.
It's a great response from Keighley in their defence.
There's Andrade, who has been good, I think, for Oldham, and gets the ball away. And Oldham go over halfway. It was Hewitt with the key ball there, and he hangs back the 7, demanding possession. There he gets it. Cops it up to Andrade once again.
Offload.
And the offload. Now then, reverse ball inside to the fullback, Restle. Straightens up and he's flattened right in front of the sticks. It's the last play, this. Ridyard's hanging way back. They're going to go on their own. I'm not sure that was the play. Got a little bit excited near the line. Ridyard hangs his head. He'd hung back. He had a play ready to go 10 yards behind the play.
Yeah, you've got to give it to Ridyard. I think Ryan Wright's trying to catch him out there. It just didn't work for him there. But yeah, Ridyard would have loved that ball there. He had something planned there to try and cause them problems, to try and get some points on the board.
A disappointing end to a promising set for Oldham. We've got a few seagulls here as well in Oldham. I'm just seeing over on the far side. Probably a different pedigree of seagull than you'd be getting up in Cumbria. Yeah. Hovering around for different things, I'm sure. Here come Keighley. That's a lovely delayed flat ball. Took it at pace as well, did Roebuck, the try scorer. And they work it back up the middle of the field with Nettleton. Last tackle. It's going to be Miller. It's going to go high off the outside of the right boot. Chase is good, takes it in traffic, but takes it well. Confident claim.
Yeah, it's another good set though from Keighley. They got themselves down the field and got a good kick away there with Miller. Young was chasing there. He's chasing there at from fullback and tackled his opposite number. It was a great kick chase there.
Oldham Reading another double change. Emerson Whittle coming back on. I think Bradley Jinks is ready to be reintroduced as well. So Stuart Little are freshening things up in the pack. As Andrade goes again, he's had a very energetic stint out there. It's the last tackle this. Where's Ridyard going to go? He's having a look at the fullback, sees him out of position, so he goes towards Agoro instead. And look at the bounce of the ball. It's taken 4 or 5 bounces. See Carl Keswick waiting to come on for the Cougars on this near side. That's their 5th interchange. And it's Nettleton who's come off.
Seeing a couple of tired bodies here now.
Well, you called it, Callum. Around about the hour mark, we're going to learn a lot about these two sides and what their pre-season's been like.
That's it. But ultimately, you do all the pre-season, you do all the running, but when you come into the games, it's a different level. And they've had a long pre-season, both teams. Miller.
He looks fresh as a daisy, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Jack Miller.
These are the times now, obviously, coming to the 50-minute, coming to an hour mark now. These are the tough periods where you need to get your team through these situations now where everyone's blowing a little bit. First game of the year.
Morel pops one up on the last, just says challenge that, but it's another easy enough take. He's just kicking for field position at the moment, says you just start from there, you're not going to trouble us from there at all.
Yeah, I think they're just keeping it real simple. Good kicking game there as well. Kicking the ball in the air gives them opportunities to get down on the field and put Oldham under pressure, but Oldham have got a little bit of a get out here with a penalty.
Yeah, that'll do them the world of good. Opportunity to start from further upfield. Ridyard will look for halfway, I'm sure. Goes long over to the far side. Agora has a little think, can I keep it in play? And then he can't. Good kick that, it's gone well over halfway. So a good opportunity for Oldham to start trying to threaten the Cougars line once more.
Been in need to chance their arm a little bit, Oldham. Couple of little carries here and then get the likes of Ridyard and Hewitt on the ball. Restall as well, he's looking dangerous when he's got the ball in his hand as well, so we'll see how we go from here. We keep defending the line.
That was Tom Spencer with the first carry. Andrade wants the second, but they feint and go left. And then Ridyard feeds it to Hewitt over on the left-hand side. Ball's come free. Referee says play on here. It's gone back. Keighley froze a little bit, and then the tackle count is wiped clean. Best opportunity of the match, this, for the home side. Attacking the line. That's Emerson Whittle back on, wearing 13. Andrade's waiting, first receiver, right-hand side. Or he finds Ridyard instead to the left. Gets caught in possession, and they've wiped the tackle count clean again here. So what an opportunity this is for Oldham to find their first try of the season. Worked to the left-hand side. Oh, it's a massive hit. Shot. Huge hit. Was that Scotty Morel?
Yes.
Wow.
Great hit.
Big hit from Scott Morel. But Oldham still attacking the line. They're stacked up to this right-hand side. That's where all the options are. And that's where they come. Ridyard has to give the ball quickly and does. Spinning run from Ethan Ferry towards the line. This Cougars defence hasn't been breached, hasn't looked like being breached yet. Perhaps now with Brad Jinks, it's a one-bounce pickup from the scrum half Dave Hewitt, and then the fullback joining in is Owen Restall. Again, Keighley standing firm, and already it's the last. They're going to run the power play skinny side. Offloaded backwards, and perhaps now towards the line. They are over. The Ruffians get the try they needed. They ran it on the last. And Owen Restall, the fullback, gets the try that Oldham required, and they're on the board for the first time.
Yeah, lovely. Looking to play last play here as well, and looked like Thornton with the ball. Looked like he was going to going alone himself, but he could get the arm free, and Restall, as good fullback should do, just anticipate play and add a little play there from Thornton and get the offload away. And I think Restall's been really good for Oldham. I think he's carried really strong and caused a little bit of problems, and deserves a try there with his support play.
Plenty of time, 25 to go. Oldham on the board. Oldham 4 with a kick to come. Keighley 20. fans, the Oldham fans over to our right, singing "We're only warming up." The kick's over, so it's a 6-pointer. It's back to a 14-point game, and you never know. You never know. That might be the spark that gets Oldham going. As we have another look, Callum.
Yeah, again, it's just Ablig play. It's the last play. They're looking to chance their arm a little bit, and like I said, they needed that. They needed something a little bit different. They tried the last plays in terms of shifting the ball, but Keighley have managed that really well, but couldn't manage that little play there with Thornton coming up with a great offload to Restall, who's finished really well there. We've got to take advantage of this now.
Oh, they've gone short, Keighley. It's like the charge of the Light Brigade, but Oldham took it confidently, and they will start from their own 20-metre line. Boyd, I'm sure, by chipping 6 points. Oh, and Andrade again. He's been one of their best players, you know.
Yeah.
Great carry and offload.
Offload. It's just his efforts in defence. He's just causing all sorts of problems when he's got the ball in his hand as well. So he's having a really good game for Oldham.
Ridgeard looking to get heavily involved again. Another Oldham score now, and suddenly it becomes a different game. Bradley Jinks going nowhere and crowded out by a sea of green. Last tackle. Where will Ridgeard go? Goes high. It's a spiral. Oh, what a take.
Great take.
That's a brilliant take from Alex Stevenson, and then they get the penalty.
That's a fantastic take from Stevenson. It was a spiral bomb there, and they're hard to pick and catch. But he moved his feet really well and used good footwork in there in the tackle, and earned the penalty from, I think it might have been Andrade there with the swinging arm. That'll be deflating for Oldham as well. They got a really good kick away there, and they give the penalty away and put themselves under a little bit more pressure here, where they really should have took advantage of a good set there. They're putting themselves under pressure again on their, in their half.
Yeah, that's been the difference from defending one end to now defending the other. That penalty. Andrade flies out of the line, looking to atone. Here is Miller. And then the fullback Lewis Young, a try scorer today for Keighley. Approaching the midway point of the second half, live on our league from the Rugby Football League. Keighley in control. Levy. And then Kyle Keswick back on the field. It's Brendan Santee again towards the line. Last tackle. Keswick is behind play. Miller's to the left. Morell's to the right. It's Morell to put the kick up. It's taken in traffic, and that will be the turnover. As urgency is the yell from the Oldham bench on this near side.
Yeah, they need to get out of this situation now. They're on their own line here. Again, testing a little kick there. Good, competing there was Ray from Roebuck, but good defence from Oldham there to get the ball back, and there was a certain little penalty here.
Well, that was a bad one, and the referee is on the money. Will it be just a penalty, or will he take further action here? He's walked away to give himself some room. We've seen a lot of sin binnings in the top flight of rugby league and red cards so far, but no further action this afternoon for that one. Just a talking to. And then a penalty to the home side, who are on the board. 26 they trail with a quarter of the match to go on our league. High shot, and Ridgeard, I'm sure, will look for touch on halfway. Goes low. Oh, and he's made a mess of it, and Agoro picked it up. Oh, the referee says he was in touch, so he's taken a gamble there and got away with it. And then what happened in the field? Well, it's boiling over here. The touch judge said he'd found touch. The players played on. And then there was a naughty one, I think, out there. Two men down, one Oldham, one Keighley. Well, you're going to earn your money here, Callum, because you're going to tell me what went on.
It looks like Santee was on the floor there. I think he was trying to grab the ball from the kick there.
Oh, and he just tripped.
Oh, and then the last late hit there.
Yeah, there was a little flop, wasn't there? Well, I'm
don't
not
think
sure
it was
a
much.
great deal there.
Don't think it was much at all.
Santi tripped by accident, took out a man, and then there was a little flop. But I'd be tempted to go back to what the touch judge was saying, unless he's going to.
Well, I'm guessing from the reaction of the touch judge, it looked like Mo Goro kicked the ball back in, but I think his foot might have been out or in touch.
So there's nothing wrong there. It was that. That could be a Keighley penalty.
I think so. There's nothing much in it, but I think it's just unnecessary at that part. So.
Well, what's the referee say? I think he's going to say no. I think we were right. I think he's saying he found touch. Go back and let's get on with it.
Yeah, Mo must have had his foot in touch there as he's kicked the ball. It was an odd-looking kick, really. He didn't hit it well as well as he wanted to. Oldham got away with it a little bit there, but need a little bit of luck here.
So Oldham survived that peculiar passage of play, and that's a great short ball, almost through the gap. They're going to have to start taking a few chances now and gambling a little bit. And he was almost through there, Will Cook. Half break. There's Owen Restall again, who's been one of their standout performers, the fullback. Bradley Jinks wearing 9. They're reshuffling here. I think they're saying to Owen Restall, come and play right wing. I think that was the instruction. They're going to run it left-hand side. Inside ball from Ridyard. Last tackle. Kick into the in-goal area. It's a bit of a messy one. This could go anywhere. Has it been touched by Keighley? I think it has. I think this will be a dropout and more pressure coming on the Cougars line.
Much better there from Oldham. They made a little switch there. They put Briley at full-back now and Restall on the wing. Just to change it up a little bit, but they're chancing their arm a little bit. Nice little kick there from Hewitt, which is always hard to deal with when it's bobbling around the post as well, and they managed to get the drop out there. So under pressure, Keighley. Oldham need to take advantage of the situation now.
It's a huge dropout. It's over halfway. Andrade says, I'll have that if you don't mind. Carries a couple of green jerseys with him. And Oldham centrally 30 away. Enjoying a decent spell here on their home turf. It's Brad Jinks. Oh, and a knock on at the play of the ball. Oh dear.
Bit disappointed really, Stuart with that. There was an opportunity there, they put him under pressure, putting Keighley under pressure, and just these small little errors are costing Oldham here. They've given themselves a couple of opportunities in the second half to get themselves back into this game, but the defence from Keighley, they've been really solid all game. Just an odd blip at times, but just to concede that one try, but yeah. Keighley have defended really well and earned the ball back here.
And they have a 20 points to 6 lead. Plenty of time for Oldham if they keep up this upturn that we've seen since Keighley scored the first try of the second half. And how about that, Ongo? Agoro's gone back about 15 metres there.
It's better, they need a response here.
Oh, eventually held. He needed to be a little bit more vocal there, the official. Agoro eventually plays the ball.
Great carry again.
With another strong carry. And the tackle count wiped clean once again. And another opportunity for Keighley to get even further up the pitch here. Kyle Keswick took the first carry of the new set, trying to milk a penalty. Santi again, and then Agoro back on his wing, and suddenly he's got a bit of room, and Agoro towards the line, huge contact. Was that Andrade again?
Yeah, he's
yes, it was. He's everywhere. Danger though for Oldham. Miller overrunning it, dancing away. There's bound to be gaps somewhere. He's taken 3 or 4 with him. There's Jack Miller. Just to the right of the sticks. Kyle Keswick hangs back, but they go towards the post on their own. Just short this time. Keswick is barking for it, wearing 9. Here he goes, he eventually gets it, then gives it to Scotty Morrell. Short ball this time to Levy, a try scorer already. He's reversing over the line and getting there again for his second of the match. And surely now the try that seals this opening victory in the Betfred League One season for the Keighley Cougars. Second of the afternoon for Levy, and that should probably kill off Oldham's charge.
Yeah, fantastic line there. Lovely pass there from Scott Morrell to put onto Levy, who used a little bit of footwork and used his strength that he had just to manage his determination, got that ball down. Again, it's simple play. Morrell just directing everything. And it's great. It's a great strength there to get over. A couple of players tried to stop him there, but Levy was too strong in that effort.
2 tries for the afternoon, 5 tries for the Cougars, and 24-6 with a kick to come. Should probably be enough. Jack Miller lining up another one. 2 out of 4 so far for the Cougars scrum half. Jordan Andrade, I think, has been called off by Stuart Little. He's had a monster stint out there.
It's probably been
I don't think he wants to come off.
Yeah, he's probably been one of Oldham's best players in terms of his energy that he's brought to the team, trying to get themselves back into the game. But at times he's going to be at times he's going to be loose. At times he's putting a lot of effort in for his team, and he's made a couple of errors and a bit of a discipline as well as let him down. But can't fault his effort.
No, I think he's been really good in a struggling Oldham team really today. He's walking off looking dejected, but I think he can probably hold his own individual head fairly high here with the stint he's put in out there. So 13 minutes to go, 26-6. Callum will start thinking, I'm sure, about his Our League player of the match. I'll ask you for that in around 6 or 7 minutes. Short kick-off from Oldham. Moagoro says, I'll have that. And he heads it, Cristiano Ronaldo style. And then a penalty given Oldham's way. Littler just barking instructions. Feels like he's being ignored. Yelling for it to go in the corner. Wants more urgency. Keeps yelling urgency.
Yeah, needs it. Needs it desperately. Needs a chance around. Keep the ball alive a little bit. Test the Keighley middles here, especially on their defensive line, and try and get some more points on the board. But it's looking real slow at the minute. It's tiring.
Well, they need a couple of quick tries if they're going to give us a grandstand finish on Our League to start the Betfred League One season. Oldham at the moment doesn't look like we're going to get it, because Keighley have been excellent. Ridgeards doing all he can to make something happen. Dances over to the left-hand side, but the sliding defence from the Cougars is good. Held is the shout from James Villa, today's RFL match official. David Hewitt. And then Ridgeard once again. Behind play, and Restle, can he get away? Offloads before he goes into touch. And keeps it alive for Will Cook. Jinks has got Ferry inside him, goes straight to Ridgeard. Then a short ball from one prop to another. It was Luke Nelms to Tom Spencer. Nelms sets back up inside, but they go on the outside. Another short ball from Hewitt, but again Keighley wise to it. Last play, last tackle, and he's wrapped up in contact, and that will be the turnover. And Keighley again have defended admirably here.
Yeah, very well. Good defence there, and yeah, Oldham have tried to chance their arm a little bit, testing both edges out and the middles as well with that last play, but probably the wrong decision with that play there. Probably should have got it out to Ridgeard, and maybe he could have come up with something there, but they've done really well, Keighley, in defence, especially with Oldham trying to fight back and trying to get themselves out of trouble, which they do.
The penalty, infringement on Moagoro, and it's just starting to slide away from the Ruffians now, as both sides ready their final few changes on this near side. See, Harvey Spencer's just come off for the Cougars, and Dom Newton is waiting to come back on for the Ruffians on this near side. As Miller gets a run up and kicks into touch over on the far side. Last 10 minutes on Our League. Oldham 10, Keighley 26. A lot expected of the Cougars this year. Oldham 6, I beg your pardon. Keighley 26. Oh, that's a big one, a legal one. And Stuart Little shouts again. He wants more of that, doesn't he?
Great hit.
Was a big contact. Levy was on a hat-trick today. Held is the shout. The big men waiting inside. They go instead. One up. And then Miller says, look, just get out of the way, I'll have this. And here's Kyle Keswick. Oh, and it's dropped by Morel. You don't see that too often. Tried to flick the ball away.
There's good defence there by Thornton. Made a decision to go in and put him under pressure. And Morel comes with the error there. Keighley just trying to keep it simple. They know with 8 or so minutes to go now, they look like the game is won. Trying to keep it simple there, but they've been put under pressure from Thornton there was Morel, and they've just got to keep chancing their arm. Oldham, they've got to keep going, keep fighting, and try and get some consolation out of this.
Yeah, 26-6 as it stands, and here they come with Emerson Whittle. 8 to go or thereabouts as Ridyard, can he make something happen? Floats the ball to Hewitt. Keighley have defended really well. Restall on the last, he's yelling for it on this right wing. Will Ridyard kick for Restall? Yes, he does. Outside of the right boot, Restall to challenge for it. And has he got the ball down? I think he's knocked it on, so close. Great end to the set, almost.
Been needed out for the past couple last sets they've had on the line. Ridyard with a lovely kick there, giving an opportunity to Restall there. Almost got it. It would have been a great try if he could have regathered the ball there. But defending well at Keighley. They kept it really simple today. It's been a great performance from them. Again, they're trying to get themselves out their own half.
Yeah, they've defended excellently. And we'll see through this Keighley set. Callum, and then perhaps I'll take our league player of the match, who I'm sure is wearing green today, as the Cougars get a penalty. Oh, and it's kicked away. Well, that's ridiculous, because that's another 10 metres and a penalty given away. And well, what on earth have they done that for? That was Emerson Whittle just with a complete brain explosion, kicking the ball out.
Completely frustrated with the afternoon and the game today. I think ultimately the discipline has let Oldham down, especially around the middle. They put themselves under huge amount of pressure, especially in the first half. Energy has been sapped out of them. Look, they've tried Oldham, they've shown some effort, but Keighley have just kept it real simple. They've really kept it simple, carried really strong. Their defence has been really strong on both ends of the field, and the halves with Miller and Morel.
There they go again, but the intercept. Oh, he's knocked on. His eyes lit up.
Restall trying to intercept that, wasn't he?
So it's going to be more pressure on the line. Might be a good time, Callum Watkins, for our league player of the match.
Yeah, I think there's been a couple of players that have stood out. The halves have been great. Miller and Morel has directed the side around. Mo Goro and Nathan Roebuck really carried strong out of that yardage and caused some problems over on that right hand side. But I think today, Brendan Santee has been phenomenal right from the word go, in terms of his carries, in terms of his determination, in his defence as well.
Oh, and they walk all the way through.
Great play.
And it's a second for Nathan Roebuck, right from the scrum. Knife through butter stuff from the Cougars. And that does top it off. A second for Roebuck, right from the scrum. And it's 30 points to 6 with a kick to come. But just to confirm, the Cougars, number 8, Brendan Santee, there he is, with the long hair. Callum Watkins, our league player of the match. I wouldn't disagree with that. Great stint he's had today.
And I think there could have been a couple more players that could have earned man of the match, but I think he set the whole tone from the word go in terms of what he did in the first half and that break, which set up probably the try of the game really. But Keighley have been fantastic today. They just, like I said, they just kept it real simple, and that try there was just a simple pass from Morel. He picked up a lovely pass, and it was a great line there from Nathan Roebuck, who's had a really strong game out there on the right edge there.
Yeah, 2 tries for Roebuck, 2 for Aaron Levy as well, another 2 to the boot. 4 from 6 from the scrum half Jack Miller, as we have another look right from the scrum.
Yeah, Morel looks like he's going towards the line, digs in straight into the line. It's just a really nice lead there, which he picks the short pass. I think Oldham anticipated what might be around the back and got caught there with the short ball.
So 32-6, closing 4 or 5 minutes or so on our league. Keighley comprehensive winners today. Moira Goro, another big game. And they might not be done yet, you know. Here is our league player of the match, Brendan Santee. Absolutely massive stint from him. Keswick goes in and takes over from dummy half. Nothing fancy now from Cougars. Last tackle. Scotty Morell's hanging back right hand side, but they come to the left and then just drilling for the corner. Here's Jack Miller, but it's bobbled back infield, and off goes Tom Brearley.
Great hit again.
But he is met with interest, and he felt that. And he stayed down, and he might need a bit of treatment here. He set off with a head of steam, and then he was absolutely stopped in his tracks.
Is that Scott Morell again with a big hit?
Could have been his second big one.
No concern here.
He stayed down. So 32 points to 6, and a lot to work on early in the season for Stuart Littler, the Oldham head coach, who won't have liked much of what he's seen today, I'm sure. Very frustrating afternoon for him, but as far as Keighley are concerned, Callum, they've started in fine form.
Yeah, they have. I think again, I'll repeat, it's the simple game plan that they've brought today in terms of carrying it really strong, and in defence just getting them tight and in numbers, causing them problems with their defence, and ultimately they've been really good with their discipline as well. Maybe a little bit scratchy in the second half, but you know, it gets like that at times when you're in a comfortable lead. Can drop off a little bit, but I think they've reacted in terms of their defence in the second half, and they've been put up under a little bit of pressure, Keighley, and defended really well, and just kept the game real simple, and earned the right to play, really, and the right to cause Oldham problems, where it's been the opposite for Oldham. I think Oldham haven't been disciplined in the middle there, and when they've had opportunities to get themselves out of trouble, they've made errors, and where they thought they've been putting Keighley under pressure coming out of their own half, they've given a penalty away or discipline, which has left them defending their line too much at times, and ultimately the energy runs out. The tank empties, especially the first game of the year, but a lot to work on for Stuart Littler and his team. Hendo and Reese will obviously be really happy with their start to the year, and
they're deep in conversation. This is going to be the end of the afternoon, though, for Tom Brearley. Not a great start to the season. That doesn't look good, does it?
Doesn't look good at all. There's a big hit. I think it was Scott Morell there coming in with the big hit again, as Brearley was running across field.
Have another look.
Oh, I think he's just his leg is.
Yeah, well,
looked like he caught his leg, his knee underneath.
We hope
it
he's
doesn't
all
look
right.
good. Yeah, we hope he's okay.
Goes without saying, but he's being helped off at the moment. That's the stoppage. He's been carried off by the medical staff.
Yeah, I think there was a big contact, and obviously he's gone down pretty suddenly, and I think he's caught his leg underneath with the weight of the bodies from Scott Morrell and the other defensive player. I wasn't sure who it was, but caught his knee under there. Hopefully it's not too serious for Brearley there.
Yeah, it didn't look good. And here come Oldham. Closing moments of the game. Couple of minutes or so to go, and Keighley again. Infectious energy right till the end. They're not done yet. Oldham certainly are. Their race is run. It's never really got going training as they do. 32 points to 6. 2 tries apiece for Aaron Levy and Nathan Roebuck this afternoon. As Tom Brearley's being helped past our commentary position on this near side. Looks in a lot of pain. Carrying it to the left. Is it the left knee or the left thigh? He's putting no weight on it at all. He's just been carried over to the bench. Little dink over the top from Ridyard.
It's good defence.
And that will be the turnover.
Chance their arm again, I think. Yeah, Oldham have just got to try and chance their arm, trying to get a little bit of a consolation here. And I think that was Levi there. Again, himself, Santi in the back row, they've typified their efforts and come up with some great plays there in defence. Have been big for Keighley in this game.
So final chance perhaps for Keighley to add further points. Igoro over halfway. Keswick hangs back, here he is. And it's Miller again, and Leview's on a hat-trick. Bounces off a couple and then gets the offload away. And Bradley Ho is eventually grounded in front of the sticks and knocks on. And Oldham, despite their deficit, will sprint in just to try and finish with a bit of positivity. Well, that ship, I'm afraid, for them has sailed as the 80 minutes on our clock elapses, so the referee will know how long now. That'll be a bit or more after that, a little bit more after that stoppage.
Yeah, probably a couple of minutes here to that stoppage.
Well, they're appealing for a knock on. The touch judge didn't see one, so it's play on.
Little bobble. I think he kept hold of it though. There's Santi again in with the big hit.
On a good offload as well. The referee said no, go back and play it. Tackle was already complete, held was called. So they'll go again. Jinks and Ridyard could have been forwards. Flat at best.
Flat.
Very flat. Luke Nelms takes it. The touch judge actually on this near side was just a little bit behind play for once. So perhaps they got away with one there. Here they go again. It's another one. The kind of passes you get away with when you're losing 32-6, I think. Last tackle. Where will he go, Dave Hewitt, this time?
Santi in there again.
Yeah, and tackle complete. And again, they turn over the ball on the last. It's a big bag of ice has emerged on the bench to the near side. That's going to be strapped to the left knee of the unfortunate Tom Brearley. And he's taken a couple of painkillers as well, I can see. So that clearly stings. Hope that's not as bad as it first appeared. Just the way the contact was made makes me think it was probably more a contact one than a Callum Watkins style knee one. But
yeah,
we'll see.
Through my previous times, it's been from sidestepping.
Yeah,
sidestepping, and my knees just buckled. So been that contact, and obviously the weight of the tackle as well. I think he's just caught his leg under, and we hope it's not serious. But it looked pretty bad. Looking at the contact there.
Can Keighley find one more? Miller darts through and then puts the ball to ground. It's going to go dead out of the back. No time for the restart. The hooter sounds, and we've seen a comprehensive victory from Reese Lovegrove and Andrew Henderson's Keighley Cougars, who shake hands with their staff after overseeing a 32 points to 6 victory over an Oldham side who were really on the back foot for most of the game. A try for Lewis Young, 2 apiece for Nathan Roebuck and Aaron Leave, Alex Stevenson, who got us underway as well. Owen Restle, one of the bright spots for Oldham, getting their only try, but a big win nonetheless. 32 points to 6. Very much the right winners. Callum Watkins.
Yeah, fantastic win for Keighley. I think again, you know, it's about doing the basics right, especially at the start of the year. If we can getting settled into their game. Obviously, Reece and has obviously come up with a good game plan for today, and just a simple game plan. I think it was run well by Scott Morrell and Jack Miller there. And I think ultimately their efforts from the back rows, their middles in defence, but the carrying of the ball from their outside backs caused all sorts of problems for Oldham. And Oldham, the discipline let them down ultimately. And I think in terms of defence, the first half they were really loose and put themselves on the back foot. And Keighley took advantage of that, and especially in the first half, and tried to get themselves back into it. They showed a lot of effort, a lot of pride. You know, the scoreline could have been a lot worse if they dropped off and give up, but they didn't give up. It's first game of the year, things to work on for both sides, but great victory for Keighley. An important result, especially away from home.
Well, let's have a look at the highlights from the second half. We said at half-time that Oldham really had to start well and score first, and actually it was the visitors, Callum, who started well and scored first, second half to really kill it.
Yeah, I think what happened in the first set, I think Oldham obviously had the ball, they had a really good set, they got a good kick away, but again they gave a six again, which ultimately has cost them pretty much most of the game. But yeah, the first try was pretty simple. I think the edges were defended pretty well, Oldham, except for this play here, and looked like they were numbered down in terms of that left edge there. But it was a lovely little pass there from Lewis Young onto Nathan Roebuck, who's looking really strong and athletic. Gets hold of the ball there and gets over there for the try.
Well, they did respond at least, the home side. And it was Owen Restle, wasn't it, who wrestled his way over from close range. And we thought perhaps the start of a fight back.
Yeah, I think the last plays that they've been trying to shift the ball on last plays. Probably looked to put in the kick in a little bit more, but they tried a little bit of Ablib there from Thornton, who gave a lovely offload away from Restle, who was at fullback at the time, as you can see, finished off. He was a bright spark for Oldham today.
And then Keighley, that was Levy's second, wasn't it? Just power it, just put himself in reverse and went for the line.
Yeah, Morrell just picked up a lovely little pass onto him. I think the edges shot up a little bit. Restle there, and put Levy on the short ball there. And Cook had to try and make the tackle. Did his best, but the strength and the determination of Levy got himself over there. It was a great try.
And then right from the scrum, a second for Roebuck. And I don't know if this was a great line or just the defence going completely to sleep, Callum.
Yeah, I think it was ball watching there. I think from the edges there. Scott Morrell, seasoned pro, mate. He's picks out the right pass at the right times. He's such a general on the field. And Nathan Roebuck just picks a line, lovely little line there. But I think the defence helped that try get there, because I think there was a little bit of ball watching there instead of looking in front of them to make that decision. But it's a tough play, obviously, from the scrum. It's always a challenge from there. But it was a great finish there from Roebuck.
So a big win for the Keighley Cougars, but a tough start to the Betfred League One season for the Oldham Ruffians. That's as far as we go. I hope you've enjoyed our coverage on our league to start the Betfred League One season. Thanks to Callum Watkins. Great to have you with us, and look forward to seeing you back out there in Super League soon. And that's as far as we go. Big win for Keighley. They've won it by 32 points to 6. From Callum Watkins and myself, George Riley, thanks for your company. We'll see you next time. Goodbye.